Good evening. Welcome back, everyone. A little hiatus here and shift of the day, but welcome back, everyone. Hopefully, everyone had a good retro time away. I sure did. And we'll talk about that more shortly here, but hope everyone had a good time. Played lots of retro games, maybe. Tinkered with retro stuff. Today, I wasted hours trying to get Fortnite to work on my daughter's computer, so that's fun. It's more modern problems that I don't want to deal with right now. So, anyway, play some SimCity 4, because why not? I know people were asking in Discord about with City Skyline 2 just coming out now. I have not played it at all yet. Looks like to be a fun game. Figured why not play a city builder? And there are no more premier city builders than SimCity 4, I would say. So, evening Nico, you're still here. Evening Bruce and Philip Cheesesteak. And a few others I'm guessing too, but good evening and welcome. Evening Revenant. I remember not, I wasn't, I think in this era, like I mentioned before, but in the 2003 era when this game came out, I do have the small box for this. I don't think there was ever a large box released for SimCity 4, which is kind of a bummer. Maybe there is, someone correct me. I had the small box I got at Goodwill for $2 a few years ago. The way it is with these things. But by 2003, I was firmly in MMOs, playing all the, Dark Ages of Camelot, City of Heroes, getting ready for WoW coming out eventually. That was right around the corner at this time, which seems a little crazy to think back at this point of how old that game really is by now. Still going strong. So, but at that point, I wasn't playing much of these single player games, which is kind of a bummer because SimCity 4 is a real banger of a city builder. I mean, it's really, I feel like the SimCity series peaked here. No denying, in the sense that because the SimCity revival in 2013 was kind of a crash and burn thing. I never even tried it myself, so I can't say for sure, I suppose. But all the people I saw playing it said it was pretty bad. And then City Skyline, of course, took over that crown when they launched, and a game that saw wide support and tons of expansion packs. And now, of course, the sequel to that just came out a few days ago. And from what I understand, it's a really good game after they figure out some of the performance quirks. So, oh, that's a bummer. It's a lot of weird quirks like that. So, even Doppler, yeah, there's that part, right? You basically have a situation where EA is basically managing and handholding this stuff. And it just kind of careened from there, yeah. Eating Brett, welcome. And yeah, that's what I understand too. I remember watching Algiro's coverage of it back when it basically came out, and he's a big SimCity buff or whatever. I know he really enjoys the city building games, including Cities Skyline and all that stuff. But then the 2013 SimCity came out and just kind of I mean, it was an always on thing, right? I see what they're going for, but the whole thing with SimCity for me in the previous games was that you could build this huge metropolis. And it really was, you're right, Bruce. It was really restricted with small maps and everything. And it just didn't feel like SimCity from what I understand. I just completely bypassed it. And then City Skyline, of course, taking over that quite handsomely. But winding back the clock to 2003, we have arguably probably the best SimCity game that was released. And it's kind of like an enhancement to the SimCity 2000 formula. It basically turned up to 11 with everything that kind of was set in motion in SimCity 2000 kind of coalesced in SimCity 4. And, by then everyone wanted to do 3D, but here we have 3D rendered things, but it's still a 2D map. So we'll get into the game and check it out in a second here. But it is that we don't have the big box for it. Although they are advertising the Sims Online in the jewel case here. And Sims, of course, was at this point already out, including has on the back here a Sims Unleashed promo here, which I think I actually have that box for it, which is still a big box. I do have the Sims on big box, but that was a few years earlier, of course. So, yeah, the Sims Deluxe Edition already showing off here for 2002. Yeah, Cities XL. Isn't Cities XL made by the same people that made City Skylines? I mean, that's where it came from, right? So, but it's like if you're going to play a modern city builder, it's hard to go wrong with Cities Skyline or City Skylines. Cities Skyline? Anyway, I feel at this point there's so many expansion packs. It's so hard to like get into. I have the game and I've had it since it came out, and I've played it on and off here and there. I always felt it was pretty simple in that sense. You can kind of paint the city, and I'm sure you can run on harder difficulties and make it more difficult. But get 20% off any Kinko's product of service. All right. Sweet. The lay claim to the New World, established to build a 16th century colony. 1503 AD, so the next AD game. Of course, those are pretty famous city builders. We only played the first one. Inside here, it's actually a small manual, not color, but and then a system requirement. That's it. So then you're already losing out the cool stuff with the big boxes by then, which is no surprise. At this point here, we're starting to see, you know, freaking Valve coming in with digital distribution pretty soon here. That was in 2003 as well, right? So we're right about where Steam comes out, and then it started just the declining physical releases on games, and we're still seeing that being kind of erased right now. So, yeah, you're not wrong, Bruce. I like everything that City Skylines is, and it's really cool, but it didn't grab me the same way. I'm not sure what it is, but it just, I don't know. I could see myself spending hours and hours playing it, but it didn't grab me in the same way that the SimCity games have for some reason, but maybe I'm just being picky. Really? Tjena Giuliano, är du uppe så sent på kvällen? Ska inte du gå och lägga dig? Another visitor from Sweden here. Evening, Giuliano. Welcome. I'll switch to my second motherland language. So, we are playing on the Athlon 64X 4200, X2 4200. And this is just a standard, like, home machine. I'm probably going to cover it at some point because it's a standard HP, a Pavilion, whatever home machine with, like, AMD processor, whatever. It makes a fantastic Windows XP machine. Because it was like a 2005 or 2004 at least, and then you go to the XP machine, or XP games, it runs them beautifully. And it's a great way to experience some of those early 2000s games and late 90s, because with XP compatibility, you have a very broad range of support. And I think this kind of thing, to do this and just be able to play whatever from this era, it's very easy to do that on these generic home computers. I think it's kind of like an overlooked thing. Because, yeah, they're not exciting in any way, shape, or form, but they were plentiful. You know, your Core 2 Duos and all that stuff. So, oh my, you're living the true life there. Do you have school and stuff? I guess you're in the weekend now, huh? Yeah. Well, don't need. We actually had makedonken as well for dinner. It is my daughter's birthday today. So, of course, she wanted McDonald's because that's all they ever want when they want a treat meal. So then it became McDonald's. So here we are. We ate McDonald's as well for dinner. Let's get into SimCity 4. And yeah, anyway. Train of thought just lost her. But the that era of computers, you know, your X2 and the Core 2 Duos and those machines like that, they were really flexible and really powerful because many of them were fully supported on XP, and many people ran XP. I mean, Vista didn't come on until later, so and there's a lot of fun you can have with that kind of machine. I think it's something that challenge everything. Not in the game anymore. It's challenge everything. And it's just, yeah, it's not as exciting as some of the rare stuff from the late 90s or, you know, more powerful stuff from the late 2000s. But those mid-2000s, you know, home machines are really useful. So, thanks, Bruce. Nice, getting some time off. That's always nice, too. We're going to do trick-or-treating here now, too, of course, and just run around the neighborhood. Although my oldest one is already too cool to hang out with us now. So he's going to hang out at home with the dog, I think, in the basement. So, that's fine. He doesn't like candy either, so, you know, it's what it is. But we're going to go as, my daughter's going as Princess Daisy, because she was Peach last year, and my son is going as an inflatable Pikachu. So, my oldest then is not going at all. Oh, nice. That would be a pretty cool kind of XP rig then. Because, I mean, you think about this early 2000 stuff, and also, XP is excellent for the late 90s stuff. You know, it's just the stuff that you can do with that and the support you have. I mean, heck, you can, this machine right here, right now, can play, like, Warcraft 2 perfectly. Now, Warcraft 2 supports XP and everything, so it makes it pretty easy to run that kind of stuff. But there's so many things and experiences you can do with that kind of machine. And I feel it's one that people often overlook, so... So, hopefully things work out, Bruce. I know what that is. It's like sometimes things just don't line up or people don't really realize how overworked you might be. I've been there for sure. In one job, I was 70, 80 hours a week and just couldn't handle it anymore. But anyway. But yeah, I actually had the same hankering, Bruce. I'm not sure why, but I didn't use Vista very long. I feel like that's probably pretty common. Most people do not use Vista that long, I'm guessing. But I do kind of want to go back and run a, fully patched, decently powerful Vista machine. Just kind of re-experience Vista the way it was probably intended to be. Because I ran Vista pretty early on, and it was not pretty. It ran slow, whatever, so. Yeah, I can just put it... Is this where I insert the joke where I just pan the camera to a fan running in the background, or no? Too obvious. We're not going to play the mayor tutorial because we know everything there is about running a city, and we were surely not cause things to explode and catch fire and everyone die a horrible death. So, it's a sandbox game, and playing on these difficulty, as we will, it shouldn't be too difficult. But I'm also not a great SimCity player, but... do the city here. The idea with SimCity 4 is that, yeah, I'm hoping to come to Sweden again here soon. What'll probably happen is that I will fly by myself, probably. I'm guessing at some point, because probably not until next summer is maybe the whole family will come. It's kind of hassle and expensive to go all of us, to say the least. 5 tickets. Last time we looked in the summer, it was like $2,500 a pop. That's not cheap. And the connections were awful. They were like, fly to Frankfurt, stay like 8 hours, then fly to Copenhagen and wait like 10 hours, and just terrible. But if nothing else, I'm probably going to go solo at some point. So nothing locked down yet, Julie, but I'm hoping to go at some point here. It's cheaper for me to fly during the winter, and also no one wants to fly during the winter because it's so dark. So, the whole thing with SimCity 4 is that you build these little cities and they can connect to each other and trade. I never got that far where I had multiple cities doing the same thing, but you could build a little town, like a country town if you wanted, and found like a big metropolis and connect them, and it's a really cool idea, and something that I think they pushed really hard on in SimCity 2013, to the detriment of the product probably, but here we are. Probably start a new city. Now the question is, what do we call the city? Delete the city. Import city. No. Yeah, I can very much see that. Pause here. It's a beautiful game, really. I love. Oh no. That's actually a really, really funny name. Putting ideas in my head now, but yeah, of course, we're running here on a slightly powerful machine for this, because this is a game that needs a little more horsepower. When the world detail starts ratcheting up and there's tons of stuff on the screen, it really is difficult for the game to keep up. If you play this on a very era-appropriate machine, like a 2002, 2003, it's a little harder to render. They really went all out with the minuscule detail, which I love. This ant farm look to the city is great to watch as you build your city and everything. But Evening Paula Jean came in right in time for the badumsh on that one. It's a game that just takes that kind of idea out to the very limit of like small clutter and density, which I think they kind of went away from. Going forward to turn more into 3D rendering, which is expected. And I think that, I'm assuming everything in this game here is 3D rendered as well, but then presented as sprites, basically. I could be wrong. I don't think the objects in the game itself are 3D rendered on the fly. Probably not, but that's true. There was no spline reticulation. What's our city name here? Can we not? There we go. Yeah, so the interesting part with the GS is that it is basically a very mid to lower range card. It is not a powerful card. However, if you're playing games on this machine from the era that it was intended for, like, you're playing games from 2005, 2006, 2007, stuff like that, you're not going to have a great time on this machine. Where this really shines is the late 90s, early 2000s stuff. Like, we went to that LAN party the other day, and we played Serious Sam, and we were playing, my friend was playing on another machine of about the same era, and I played on this one, and played it beautifully. And Serious Sam, then the first encounter is, 2001, I think? Stuff like that, it's great. It gives you a good option for there. So the 7600 GS is just a card I picked up over whatever. I'm not sure what machine it came in. But it felt like a good one for this machine because I set this up for LAN party purposes. And it's, again, it's not a super powerful machine, but what I use it for makes it very powerful. It's a great XP machine for what it does. And the challenge with this particular machine is, I don't have a picture of it right now, is that it's a pre-built HP, right? So power is not fantastic. Cooling is not fantastic. The space is not great in there. So all those things make it, that's not really a place to ram in like, SLI setup with max. That's not a build for that. So I wanted to keep it like semi-realistic and also not overheated, right? So I haven't upgraded the CPU. It's got average memory, it's, as you can see, it's just a generic kind of machine from that era. It's got a lot of card readers on it, but yeah. So yeah, if I were to build like a performance machine from that era, I would probably do that on my own in my own case, but this is a pre-built, so with all that comes with it, and all the limitations that comes with it. But again, it is a great way to get into retro. Just go pick up one generic home machine or office machine, the Core 2 Duo or this Athlon 64 X2 era, or whatever, and all of a sudden you have a lot of horsepower to play a lot of these games, and they're fully supported in Windows XP. XP is a great starter operating system for retro use. So, oh man, I have I think I have an Asus motherboard from that same era, an SLI board that looks really nice. I actually got it for free because every single cap on it has popped. Every single one. None of them have like gushed, but all of them have popped to some variety. It was the capacitor played in that era, right? So, actually, I was going to show one picture real quick from the LAN party here. Some of you saw this being posted in the in Discord, but that's why we skipped stream last week, because this was basically the day after. This was on Saturday, so this started on Friday afternoon and went all the way to Saturday night. So this is a huge LAN party here locally called Net War, and they had 700 plus seats of computers. Modern machines, of course, but then we wanted to be special, so our little local retro group grabbed a whole bunch of retro machines, and we had 4 at least networked about Pentium 2, Pentium 3 era machines, and we played a whole bunch of stuff. It was really fun. Here you can see us playing Motocross Madness for a little bit until people got frustrated because we kept getting lost in that game. But we played like, Half-Life Crowbar only. We played Motocross Madness for a little bit, Midtown Madness. We played Doom co-op. We played Quake. I remember everything. We played StarCraft, Warcraft 2, just whatever we could think of. And I brought my NAS out there and actually had it hooked up to this little network, and we had a blast. So hoping to do that again. And I talked to the organizer. I stayed after to help clean up the whole event. And talked to the organizer that he was open to potentially, if we could basically have a sponsored area where we can set up 68 machines, people can just come in and sit down and play retro games like that. That would be a really fun thing for us, and also gives us a chance to use these machines. So, what you can see there in the far left, the Pentium 2 450 that was streamed on last time, was my primary weapon of choice for this event. It was a lot of fun. A lot of people came over like, oh man, that's sick, and we were playing Counter-Strike 1.5 on there, right next to people playing Counter-Strike 2 in competitive matches, so that was really fun. So anyway, enough about that, but it was a really fun event, so we'll do that again. Their next event is in February. They do 2 times a year. Yeah, it was good music in this one. It really is. Yeah, so what are we calling this now? Boy, I should have thought of this before I played a city game like this. People have suggestions for city names. Oh man, that would be pretty nice too. I think that you can do cross-networking with a lot of those, right? Because you can play Quake 3 on the iMac and play it on the PC at the same time, so you could very much play some of those old, late 90s games easily, I think. Network like that, so Buttsville. Didn't we name it Buttsville in SimCity 3000? Or was it 2000? We named it Buttsville. We're more sophisticated now. We're much more mature here, so. Evening, Johnny. Practice mode. There, we are much classier here than Philly cheesesteak will have you believe here. So, welcome to Posterior Town, and we have thunder here. I think that that's fireworks. That's right. It's not thunder. So I really just I keep saying this, but these games that are isometric that gives you like the river dance going on now. The super detailed, like all these like city builders that give you. I mean, this one lets you zoom in a lot, and I believe yeah. Let's see. These look like 3D rendered. Yeah. So these things are 3D rendered. There's a cow. There's random animals walking around, but the trees are assuming are like kind of billboard style because you can only rotate at fixed degrees here. So. They probably just changed it out, but that clearly is a fully 3D rendered thing there. So this game really needs a little bit of extra horsepower. It's not something you want to run on something that's, you know, just enough. You're going to have a bad time. But this is a SimCity game. We're just going to wing it. So first off, of course, we need some power. We're going to start with that. We're in 1900, single or double-digit date code there. Start by building some power plants. Okay, we need power. I guess coal power it is, because that's what we got in the beginning. You have wind, which is a little silly in the beginning here. And I'm going to be doing really bad at this game, because it's been a long time since I played SimCity 4. Blam. Now we have some power lines. We're going to put some ROADs in. And especially when you get a little further in the game, it actually has a little trouble like rendering everything, because it is a lot of detail, which I love. I mean, you see me, I love those kind of games, and there's like so many little cool things to see and things happening. We're gonna need some water. We'll put a water tower in. So we're gonna get closer. We're gonna have the power plant a little further out. Little industry out here. People love it when you put pollution stuff together. And let's see. Yeah, I'm going to be really winging it here for a while because it's been so long since I played this particular one. I'm going to try and leave a little space for like parks and bus stops and stuff. That's something I keep always forgetting when I'm playing these games, is that I will unintentionally basically make it too dense. Put some low density commercial here. Why not? Have we have a city already or no? So we can put a bus stop here and a park and stuff. And then we are going to build some more. And this is going to be a very haphazard city. I'm not going to pretend I'm doing some grandiose planning here. We're just kind of winging it on the highest degree now. Now we do need some residential zones, of course. Low density. It's a small town so far. We need some water. We need some police station stuff. And there's a lot to keep track of in the beginning, but that's fine. I'm just going to get the city up and running here. A water tower in here. Blammo. We need some power, too. There, I think they automatically get connected when they are next to something. That's the one thing that's better on this one than a lot of the other ones that you have to draw like specific power lines. Look at that. Little city going on. That's kind of mandatory almost, but let's see. We need a police station, small police station. That over here. And we need a fire station. Put a small fire station over here. Look at this. Our town is already prospering. And let's see, we need a school and a whole bunch of stuff. Citizens are so, like, needy. Medical clinic, otherwise they're going to have a hard time. We'll put that right there. Spending a lot of money here now, but we kind of got to do it in the beginning. We definitely need more residential because we don't have much space for living yet in the city, and they don't like that. And I'm going to try and put, like, a little bit of space in between so I can add in extra stuff later on if I need to. I'm just going to do a few light ones, and then I'm going to do some bigger residential stuff too. Music just going to town here. Unintended. Put a little redundancies in because if there is like a disaster or something, you can have a really bad time. Things start exploding basically. But I think I'm going to try and put in bus stops right away because I always do that too late. And then people get upset with me. There. Well, buses. Look at that. Those buses are going really fast there. 3D rendered buses. I think we might build some medium density here as well, but now I have room for parks and that kind of stuff too, should they need a rise. Small, quaint little town with a huge industrial area. And there is something about just SimCity in general is so relaxing in that sense. Also, we got to make sure we get income here now. We do have quite a bit of burned cash here. I think that the scope of the game shrank a little bit in the sense that you can build mega metropolises in this game too. But it feels like they tried to bring it back down to kind of like street level in that sense, or like make it smaller. Because, I mean, you can go all the way down here. I think you can even ask these Simolians here what they're doing. How they're doing. You can press that one, but my sim mode. You can create sims and drop them in the city. And that's, of course, a direct, like, they're trying to basically make it play in with the Sims and stuff like that. Yeah, usually that's a sign of things that are not going so well. That's right, I need a waste. We need a dump, too, don't we? It's an industrial, yeah, waste management. We do not have a landfill at all. Put that right out of here. Nice little landfill out here. It's really satisfying to watch. Oh, look at that, seagulls. That's fine. It's just a nice polluting area over here. It's fine. What else we got? We don't need a subway. That's a little ambitious at this stage. We definitely need a little more residential. I put some medium density residential in here too. There we go. Come build here. Come live here. Yeah, the land value, right? They just drop. And I think that's what happens to me a lot. I don't plan that far ahead, right? And that causes my land value to be bad, and et cetera, et cetera. Look, the mayor rating is exploding. We have 40 people living here now. Like, bona fide metropolis. But I feel like SimCity 4 has that kind of convergence again of like the style, the playability, and everything. And this is a game you can just pour hours into. But I just love this design. I feel like something, a little bit of it is lost with... I mean, they would have done it if they had the opportunity to do full 3D engine back then. But something is lost with it, I feel, when they're all fully 3D rendered and panning around. I don't know what it is with just the isometric thing, but... Yeah, at this point now, we probably want to let the income catch up a little bit here. I want to make sure we still have water pipes for everywhere we need it. That's about it, I think, because, yeah, we're going to try not to run out of cash immediately. We do have, let's see, special surprises. We don't have that yet. An old community garden here to make them happy. There's a monthly cost involved too, of course. Yeah, some of those things are... It's like, you gotta really balance it where you're gonna spend the money. Let's see. Go a little faster here now. But yeah, it's a game that you could... I mean, the hours just disappear so quickly. Everything is going up here, which is good. Monthly budget. We are definitely expending more than we're producing income right now. So fire hazard. Fire station is accounted for. Crime. No crime. Education. Yeah. Desirability. Water. Everyone has water. Everyone has power. Traffic is bad. Health is bad. I think I built a clinic, right? School, fire station, medical clinic. So it's fully staffed, so... I think you need a hospital and everything, so... evening once more into the box. Yeah, my budget is fine. It's fine. Let's worry about it later. Waiting for the town to grow a little bit. Yeah, we're 108 people now. We doubled our population there pretty rapidly. And it's the commercial zones that bring in a lot of cash and everything. Yeah, exactly. Very quickly, time will kind of fly away. And, of course, they want jobs that they get from industrial areas. And they want places to live, so... Health is definitely going down. If I build a hospital, large medical center, is pretty expensive. Because the medical clinic is covering, I think, this whole area. The commute short, low crime density, crime rate low, school grade high. Yep, good coverage from what I can tell. Because we have to build more and invest more to get more. See, the houses are getting bigger now. Looks like we're getting a little bit of a push here now to get more stuff. So we're going to build some more mine. Put a little more industrial area out here, I think. That's the stuff we like. Also build a farm. That'll be a good choice. We should do that a little further out. We'll put in a farm or two. I feel that is a good choice. Go. Yeah, you're not wrong. We probably won't do that, right? We need to, for example, we can reduce the funding. You mean per each one? Or can you do that per... Can you not decide the budget on the... Because, yeah, if the coverage is too high, they don't need as high right now. If we can reduce the funding a little bit and still cover what we need. Save some money in the beginning, at least. Okay, maybe we should have a farm or two. That might be a good choice to get some different... Let's see, we're going to build a county road out here. Street. We'll put a little farm out here. Look at that. Again, spending money to make money, right? They probably need electricity, yep. Just put a power or a wind power out here instead. Look at that. Self-sufficient. Yeah, it's like this interesting little smooth jazz mixture thing or whatever, but there. Mayor rocks according to the city blocks. Oh yeah. Smooth sailing from here on out. Don't worry about the seagulls. I think eventually we will need a recycling plant. And so a game that we need to stream at some point too, which I've kind of kicked down the road over and over, is Sim Farm. I spent quite a bit of time with that, but I got to re-familiarize myself with it because it's pretty complex. I know a lot of people like basically used it in like ag ed or agricultural education to learn about farming and stuff, especially in the Midwest here. It's a pretty complex game, really. Looks like we need some more residential, too. They want somewhere to live, but we are definitely burning through our cash. Population is definitely all over the place. Dropped there a bit, so... Leave a little space here as well, trying to... So easy to overbuild, especially when you're not running with cheats. Let's see how our water production is doing here. Actual capacity, water... Oh yeah, we're way... Not bad at all. Whew, they really wanted somewhere to live. Those houses were filled up immediately, so... Yeah, this is a game that I feel could be launched today with this kind of setup, and it would work great. Like, it doesn't need a huge change, so... Actual usage, 0. Come on. 5 buses. Where's my, budgeting here? Light commercial here. I can do light commercial. There's a little bit of demand. I'm a little hesitant to build commercial right now because it is very slow to do that, but that's fine. We can put a little low density commercial here. I'm not going for symmetry, so if anyone's looking for symmetry, they're going to be sorely disappointed. What was I going to say? What was I looking for? For the, where fire station is not covering stuff over here, which is not ideal. Yeah, otherwise we're going to have problems with the industry there. Police station's still alright. Hunger for somewhere to live. For sure, because otherwise they have, let's see. Got water. Land value is nice and red over here. Yeah, that's kind of the thing too. I was wondering if I was gonna like get hooked in on that or not, but the water tower is pretty close to the pollution there, but oh well. Radiation. Still, town's doing alright. Say, where's the budget window? Trying to find where the heck the actual region Sims. Optimistic spending spree. Fine. Where's the actual, like, a cross button? There we go. Okay. It's the budget, but can increase tax rates, city ordinances. There we go. This is what we're looking for. We can reduce a little bit of this stuff. Mass transit. Right, no one's using it. We'll reduce our road maintenance a little bit. We'll get a few potholes here and there. Utilities. Power's pretty expensive. We'll reduce that. Yeah, exactly. And that's from personal, like, forcing myself not to poly. I tended to very much do a grid-based, and I've realized that I always sit there later on kicking myself for not having any space to put in parks or, like, public transportation later. And that's what I'm trying to do. Just, like, do non-symmetrical, because most cities are not super symmetrical. So we're going to reduce this cost here a little bit. Water, we don't need as much water production. City beautification. Health and education. Whew. Health is definitely expensive. We're going to drop that a little bit. That's education. Trying to save a little bit of cash, I guess, because this is really expensive. We don't need no education. Or maybe stop bleeding cash down a little bit and make some more money. We got plenty of industry now. Now we just need, I think we know how to connect to different cities, right? If we connect, but there's no city to connect to here yet, so. But you're right, it is a better idea to do that kind of stuff. That's true micromanagement. Because we do need a little more income, and that, of course, is not happening yet. Our monthly income is 100. Okay, we don't have any high value stuff, but we're basically that you got to meet that curve right where you're making more money than you are spending, and that's going to be hard right now because we basically need more stuff, more or less. We want more people to live here. But it costs money, and you start 100,000, and eventually I'm trying to like make it so that it, you know, doesn't run out of money before we get there. And I think when we played SimCity 3000, we're in a similar boat, and then all of a sudden it started turning around, hit that kind of critical size of your city, and it got bigger. I do think I'm going to build more residential because that's what they want. They want more people to live here, so we're going to spend a little more money to make some more money, I think. Of course, increases our maintenance cost, but it is the way it is, so. We do a high density here. Why not? More people. I think I'm overthinking it, how it's going to look and everything, but to get a more space to live there, but then we got to look and see at our services. That's still okay there. Fire station is still plenty. School, yeah, they're well, and we can reduce this quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, all the people live there. There we go. Just efficiency. But I always play these games, and if I don't do money cheats, I start running out of money. But, I mean, as long as you can survive to the point where you're actually, you know, making enough money. But right now, our tax income is pretty negligible. You can add different things like legalizing gambling to get more money, but business deals, transportation department, got that. Yeah, our income is minuscule here, like $100. Plenty of space, right? So, number of students, it is 4. You're right. It's got slashed. Only 4 kids in the school here. Oh. Mass transit, but There's no one riding the mass transit. Fine, I'll increase the budget then to $8. Is that better? Greener. Evening, Banana, welcome. No. You could really min-max this if you wanted to. I tend to not, but you're right. In this case here, we're paying for a school that has 4 kids in it. We have 11 patients. We can cut the funding here quite a bit. Yeah. Most of those are they want more money, right? But you can see these little simoleons walking around there. Lovely seeing that action going on. Education's dropping dramatically, but it's like there's no one going to the school, so, you know, maybe we need a bigger, higher level school. We have a library as well, so we have only elementary school. I want a college, but a library would be useful. Suppose we need a high school too, because otherwise they have no forget. It's tough love. But yeah, we probably need a library and high school. Otherwise, I don't think you're developing. This is going to be expensive, but ammo. I don't think you're developing your Sims as they get older. Otherwise, you don't get. I think it has actually literally simulating like kind of a workforce, right? So, go to freaking high school. You happy now? Let's go back to spending money. Build a library too. Look at that. Boy, you're really like the budget pincher. Oh, yeah, we were, the local funding is down quite a bit here, because, yeah, we have 0 students. System strangled by transit strike. What they want the full 100% funding. Put another bus stop, and maybe they'll be happy. There's all 164 people here, so, but now they have higher education and everything, or higher education. Mayor Rock, see, they love me again, or whatever. Not gonna love him around on the money, though. But our income is increasing, and our expenditure is dropping, so we're kind of getting closer to balancing the books. Yeah, just trying to increase them being happy. But we'll need to build more. This was medium residential, right? Or high? High density residential, yeah. Which they will grow into the bigger ones, I guess, so. That's pretty grim. We'll put in some more residential here. Although I'm gonna keep a little buffer zone here again. Yeah, I'm still doing the grid. I can't not. It's really hard not to. We're just smacking stuff out. A little asymmetrical. Didn't say I was good at this game. I think you're gonna run into like growth issues with the city if you don't, but I guess that goes to building maintenance too. Road maintenance is pretty low. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think we're gonna build or focus a little more on residential, because we just need more people living here. So we're gonna build a few more residential areas. Not gonna be cheap, but I don't think we have a choice here. Again, I'm gonna try to leave a little space. It will be very asymmetrical here, so people that love symmetry should probably look away. I'm building a lot haphazard, but that's fine. I should take a look at the water again here, because I want to make sure we are covered. Yep, lots of McMansion. They're bringing the taxes, right? Are they really striking? Transit strike? Because of transportation department? How's that? Yeah, it's funny when you go back to those kind of time periods and remember the things that were happening at that point. It can be a little bit of a wake-up call. Yeah, this game came out 20 years ago. SimCity 4, 20 years ago. Full-blown transit strike. Posterior town will come to a crashing halt unless we get our system up and running again. It's no time to play a misery on the swag mirror. Give the workers the race. Let's see the city wheels roll. I did increase it. Mass transit facility is silent. Our Sims are screaming. No one's using them. I think they stopped doing that. But yeah, you can. I think you can put the emergency one. Emergency tools, and you can send the police there, actually. So yeah, you can. If you're so inclined. Boy, they're just screaming for housing, huh? Oh, we need to grow our city, right? There, nice grid there. The music is all kind of weird. I don't like that there's multiple people suggesting the same thing there. Put more, I don't need this pipe. I don't know why I'm building this. That's fine. How are we doing on power? Let's see. Plant condition, 99%. Power used is much lower than... Can reduce this quite a bit, because our capacity is very underused. Yeah. I'll save quite a bit of money, too. I'm learning. Yeah, that didn't say I was good at this game. Usually I'm terrible at balancing the checkbook. We're trying to find the middle ground right now, right? To keep them happy. All the things seem to be increasing. Safety, however, is dropping because I think the police station is not covering everything now. So now, what would you say here is the better choice? To build another police station or increase the funding to this one to get a bigger surface area? I assume it's better to increase the one we have. It's cheaper than maintaining an entire new police station, right? We have to basically increase funding to almost max here. Yeah, because that only increased it like, 30, 40 simoleons. Versus like an entire new one, which would be close to 100 then. That's funky music. I'll be shocked if this doesn't get a copyright mark on it, at least. Environment's going down, traffic's going down, health's going up, education's going up. How's this going? 4 students in our high school. Can we drop the funding? It's about as low as it can. How's our elementary school doing? We have 9 students. I can keep an eye on the funding there to increase that, but I see the appeal of doing the micromanaging because that saves you a lot of money versus running them at full speed. We're not met in the middle yet, for sure. Our commercial income is real low, but they haven't won any commercial at all. That's the thing where you can make quite a bit of money. I know. Can't spend what we don't have. In the past year, we spent much more than the city brought in through taxes and fees. I know. Lights on. Everybody's home. Water as well. Let's see. Llama's petition to get in on 12 days of Christmas song. It's a little flavor text there. Water efficiency, 37% usage. Yeah. The water tower is still pretty cheap, so. What's this over here? We have like just, oh, there's potholes. Suppose I can send emergency over here to fix it now. Ooh, they're not coming out here much to fix that. Farm's idling? Yeah, this looks like a typical small town. Wow, the roads are really getting beat up. I think we have to increase funding to our road maintenance here a little bit. Trying to dial it in. Our income is definitely increasing now versus our monthly expense is dropping, so just meeting in the middle. But we do need more people to live here, but I think that most of these zones now are pretty filled out, and I can't really afford to splurge on more zones yet. I'm playing this game way more advanced now than I usually am. I just kind of YOLO it and build a whole bunch of stuff and see if we catch up. Commercial gives a lot of money. That's true. I suppose if you have a lot of potholes and stuff, it's going to be a problem. Is there actually a vehicle that drives around and fixes the... Look at that nice satellite. This is not... Is it 02 or 1902? Or 2002 or 1902? That makes a big difference. Satellite dish there. It has to be 2002, I guess, otherwise it wouldn't really work here. One fire engine, and that's plenty for this city. Tell you what. Oh, landfill's doing alright. Can you... Maybe someone can remind me now, because it's been so long. If I could build a road, can I connect to another... quote-unquote city that's... I mean, there's probably no city there right now. Can I do that to do a trade deal? I don't remember. We have... Reduce this funding even more. Yeah, $6. That's what you're getting to run your high school. Really min-maxing that dollar or simoleon here now. But our tax revenue is increasing. That's right. So we can do abundance of that. So if we build a road here now. The mayor tutorial. Yes, I would like to connect to mayor tutorial. That's right. You can take in trash. You can do power. We have to build an electrical line, right? Correct me if I'm wrong there. But you build an electrical line to also connect. And then you can sell that, right? Oppressive policing as citizens. Come on. They have enough to do. I'm just trying to cover a wider area. Not that police is overfunded, it's just that I have a big area to cover. This track is what I associate with SimCity 4. And one more space to live. Man, you're really trying to not keep it too true to life here. Trying to build a little nicer utopia-style city here if we can. But I think I'm going to spend some more to build more residential because they want more places to live. Leave a little bit of space in between there. Some stuff if we need to. How's water in here? Yep, still fine. People bring some more monies, but also we keep an eye on that budget there now. I think you can loan, right? It might sound trashy, but let's focus on the positive. Positive cash flow. We can make monthly income from a neighbor city if we accept some of their trash every month. Want to sign a deal? $2 to grab 10. Yes, we'll take your trash. We love your trash. Yeah, and I think it will eventually turn high density, right? As the city grows and land values increase and everything, then I think it will turn high density by itself. I think the idea being a low or medium density is restricts it, right? It can't go bigger versus that one. Yeah, that is one McMansion there, isn't it? High wealth residential. But they do give us a lot of money, so, right? Huge area for that, but that's fine. These are, you know, low wealth residential, medium. The deal. High protein diet linked to urge to buy undersized shoes. Look at that. Everything's going up here except environment. Don't worry about that. Just got to get the checkbook balance here, so. Good evening, welcome. That's why this game is just so addictive, because it is like, you can do the city painting and everything. Of course, now we're trying to figure out how to balance our budget and everything, but it's a real addictive game. But we should have, if we try and avoid spending too much more now, we just need to grow our population. And the question is what's going to bring them here. But if I buy something more now, something large is going to cost us a lot of money. But you can see how little commercial you need to support an entire area like this, because this is mostly like a small town at this point, right? But if I build any more zones now, I feel like I'm probably going to have to build another police station, for example. I guess it's all covered if I build one here, but that's a pretty bad area there for pollution. Still, it's alright up here. Build one more residential area up here. Trying to get more people in here above all. Let's connect these two here so that I can get to work easier. Let's see. Have water here. That's still good. Trying to avoid just saving where I can, because we're definitely running low in cash now. I mean, we have, you know, 37% of our starting capital. However, our monthly expenses are now still high, so we can service the same population with less money, or a larger population with the same cost. Which are, you know, it's going to have to make it so we aren't quite as popular because we have to cut our expenses a little bit. We have to catch up now. We are increasing in our tax income here. So the more people we can service with the same stuff we already have, maybe more residential down here. Said, that does make money. Building zones does make money, so. Education is covered down here. That would be a good place to build more. I think road maintenance is back to normal, isn't it? Almost. Yeah, we'll increase that because they got to fix it, I guess. No, there's no sewer. Well, there's water pipes, right? Water pipes and then trash, but there's no like sewage to like get that taken care of. Yeah, I think we can build more residential down here. However, that will probably put us within the... we might start, like, trying to shape the land there, which can get pretty expensive pretty fast. But it should be pretty high value to medium density, so we can save a little bit of cash on the setup here. Yeah, farms and low-density residential. Okay. We will start swinging to that a little bit here, then. We already had a couple farms there. Maybe we'll build some more farms. They can all be powered, but that's wind power there. Look at that. We should build whole bunch of slum stuff next to here. Suppose we do need some low income stuff too. I love that it dynamically does this. That automatically kind of fills in like that, but now we spend some more money. And let's see how our education system, things like that, are holding up now. Still 12 students. Their bus radius. Oh, they're still covering everything. Clinic. 35 patients. Patient capacity. 89. We're still good. Fire station still covering everything with one engine. The police station. Diner. That's not a police station. Library is covering plenty. We can reduce the funding for the library a little bit. Not much. You know, there's not much to finagle there. High school. Oh, we have outgrown our capacity. We have 8 students. Increase the funding a little bit so we can have more students. Whoa, we have that's getting a lot of attention there now. Where did I put the police station? It's over here, isn't it? So now we're getting to the point where the police station is not really covering the whole area. We will have to build a new one soon. At that point, I'll probably reduce the funding to that one. Try and, like, catch up a little bit. Boy, they just want housing so much. I forget, like, when the town is small like this, there's not a lot of density, so you build these huge zone areas, and there's just not, you know, there's just not enough to kind of increase the density enough to make it a population, any real size. We're only 500 people in this town still, so. But we may run out of cash at this point. Yep, it's like the purge now. Next step is the purge. Water pollution is acceptable. It's fine. 49% usage. So power capacity use, 48%. All right. All right. Now that our population has surpassed 500, residents of Posterior Town opens up their arms to you, Mayor. We don't want anyone concerned that you might be going elsewhere. So here's your opportunity to put down real roots. Build yourself a mayor's mansion. Slip your shoes off after work hours, of course. There, I'm gonna live among the people. Right in the middle of the area. My nice McMansion there. SimCity and Endgame. Good question. I think in this particular one, the idea with SimCity 4, I think that they basically split it out to regions so that you kind of max develop a region and move on to the next region and keep building them that way and build a huge metropolis that way. But it's a pretty far-fetched endgame. You could play indefinitely with SimCity, I think. In most SimCities, you can just keep playing forever. Or you're just continually improving your city just a little bit. Yeah, if we can get more tax income now, that'd be terrific. Commercial is making us virtually nothing. They don't want any commercial stuff. Don't even buy stuff. Don't live and work here. That's what happens with a small town. I guess as it grows and your population grows, they get hungrier for goods and services versus just a job. Yeah. Speaking of, we should probably save, huh? Spinning disc, so. Got a bummer if it just crashed. Yeah, now we need to increase our income, which is running really slower. We still have a pretty substantial deficit here, so. I don't remember if you can take a loan in this one towards the end or not, but. Neighbor deals, we're getting $2. Really? I did not realize that happened. That's pretty cool. with the SimCity 2000, you have those huge, like, arcology town towers that had everything self-sustained or whatever. They were massive and could hold a ton of people. In the end, you just had a density of those and fusion power plants, and you can have just an insane density of people. It's just a bummer that, I mean, we know EA kind of chopped up Maxis and that was it, right? So it's just, you know, I don't think we're going to see a return to the SimCity series anytime soon, unfortunately. Which I think, if you made a game like this today, I think it would do well. I mean, a game like this that focuses more on this kind of, you know, the detailed little nitty-gritty stuff running around and stuff like that. Not saying that the Cities series is bad. I don't know. There's something with this particular set of graphics that just very charming. Now they want more jobs, so low industrial problem. We do have farms. Broken roads. You guys not get up there? Yeah, that's an interesting pipe dream. It's a lot of money and ideas, perhaps, but not, like, execution. I mean, the idea with the whole, like, the 15-minute cities, right, is to have every service you need within 15 minutes. I think you're taking that at an extreme in the line city, where it's just, like, you just, in your small section of that line, but it doesn't make a lot of sense, I guess, from a planning perspective to me, because normally you'd have like a circle of things that you would go to, not just in a line. I don't know. Seems like we come up with this revolutionary concept and like, oh, neat. Everyone. No one's out and about. Yeah, that's the thing today, especially living here in the Midwest. Everything is car-centric. I can walk to a gas station, that's it, or the kid's school. The rest I have to drive to. Everything. So, I mean, that's the thing of living in a suburb in the Midwest, you know, comes with it. It's just, you know, I suppose it is what it is, but I think we have to increase road maintenance beyond, like, normal here so they can fix up the frickin' roads here. Fix up your roads. Yeah, at this rate, we're going to run out of money here in about 20 months or so, right? That's, yeah, monthly income, monthly expense. I don't remember if there's a way to take a loan or not. So we need to make more money before our city goes broke. For capacity at the... Oh, you can see it's zoned for landfill and it's not filled yet. So what I'm hoping to do is the landfill will keep expanding. Those 2 cop cars are just patrolling in that area. Maybe they're going to the greasy taco stand. Got 600 people now. How's our school system doing now? 11 students. Where's our fire station? Clinic, still 49 patients for 3 doctors. That's pretty normal, I would say. Where's the elementary school? We look and see what the bus radius is here now. Yeah, it's still covered. Oh, we have to increase funding. Have more kids now. But I think that the idea being is that they actually are educating themselves, and as they get older, they get better jobs from better education in this one. So, I think so. Some of these are being rezoned now to bigger density. Yeah. Now they're getting little apartment buildings, probably. Crime rate low. School grade high. Hospital grade. And I love seeing them, like, building like that. It's really cool. Just, you know, more monies here. Nice. Yeah, because I think the mixed development, I see that in Europe a lot, too, of course. It's like, for higher, yeah, medium wealth residential. Modest swimming pool. Took a lot of time rendering that or making that look neat. But yeah, I am trying to think of how to... Mayor is a player. Good gravy, Mayor Rick. You've got so much water in posterior town that people are pulling flounder out of their floorboards. Yeah, we have plenty of water, in other words. But not that much, and this is 51% usage already, so... Not that efficient. But yeah, they will be nice to live more walkable stuff like that, so... We still have quite the budget deficit, so the question is, do I build more housing or not? Because maybe a little area down here, because yeah, we're definitely running low on cash now. Not out yet, but it's not far off. Just connect these two here and do this number here. And low density. That's true, yeah. I will try that. Yeah, even if they don't get services or they complain, at least they are bringing income. So you're right. You can always rezone that later on to higher, too. Let's do that. We're just going to put some lower income housing here where we can. I just love that it smartly paints the area, which is just fantastic, honestly. Do this kind of number. Trying to give them the most basic of services here. But you're right. They are still taxable areas, right? So that's the whole thing. As long as they have water and power, I should at least let them grow. We're doing the slumlord thing we're doing normally in with Monopoly. Yeah, I'm just still stuck in like I have to make everything perfect. That's not really going to work here because we need the cash. We can always rezone it later, but for now, let's throw in some low residential. More people brings more taxable money. You're right. Taxable money, taxable people. Dumping dollar. Mayor tutorial is talking trash again. It's time to reevaluate the deal, and they may want to change their trash collection term. They know when the deal's off. Say what? What? What a trash talking. Oh, right now I needed $2. So 2 simoleons a month. That's fine. I just don't remember, if you build a power line, can you export power to? Or is it just... Yeah. Then you have a chance to do that. And also with water, I think. We're going to open up that so we can sell if we need to. I think that's worth it in case they want to have a deal. Neighbor deals. Yeah, there we go. So, garbage. I think that basically then your cities then become self-sufficient and you can go and develop in another area and your city keeps quote-unquote growing, right? And you can do deals with them too. Yeah, that's probably the cheapest way to do it. Evening, Eric. Welcome. And watch us trying to not crash and burn our little city here. Yeah, the music is really great in this one too. It really just, this is such a charming game. It really is just charming. And you can tell it's kind of like the last hurrah of this type of sim game, or city game. Fine, we'll cancel the deal. Maybe we'll come back and can get more money out of them. So now they probably want more jobs to so we get more people. Yeah, we're running low on cash. And we are getting more people in, and it seems like it's like you have a good point there. Once more into the box, that getting more people in with low density, it's just, you know, again, helps your tax income. That's what we'd sorely need right now, so. Even if our services aren't keeping up, at least we can see what they complain about. Everything's going down as expected. What you gonna do? Nice, like, haunting tune almost. Feels like a JRPG, like, music. I don't know. There's some games that are just, like, just delightful. And I think a lot of these, you know, 2000, 3000, and also 4000 here just have a delightful style to them. You don't have any advice for me, Mrs. Financial Advisor, because I could really use some advice now. Business deals. Our income was increasing. Our deficit is dropping with the more people we get in, actually. So I think it's working slowly here now. But it's just the volume of, like, picking up the whole map with just low-income housing here now. Ooh, we have a blank spot there. Go. Yeah, that is true. I really should do that. I have the Sunflower or the iMac G4, and I barely explored it. I did buy it locally here pretty cheap. Mostly because I just felt like an opportunity to get one, and it was cool. But I haven't played much on it. But you're right, that kind of game is really well suited on that versus, you know, the 3D games. I ran Halo on it, and it's like a GeForce 4 MX. Struggled a lot, so that was not the game for that machine, that's for sure. See, how much do we make on industrial? But actually per unit there, so maybe we need to finally now build another industrial zone, or a medium-sized one. Like they want more jobs here now. Landfill there. That's fine. It's just there. It would bother me otherwise, but yeah. The very precarious balance here. Precarious balance to get that monies here. Now, we are dropping in the expenditure, or the expenditure is going up, of course, but our income is starting to, like, get closer. We are 1,000 people here now. But you're right, I haven't expanded services, and people are going to be complaining. Man, I grow as fast, but we need more income. No way around it. But we are losing less money now per month because of it, so... Of course, that includes, you know, things that I'm building, right? You can't take out a loan. We probably will do that eventually here if we can't get caught up. We'll see if we can hit that curve where we start making money already or not, but I'm not sure we're gonna. I think in most games like this when I play, I usually end up, like, loaning some just to get you over that hump of being able to, well, make more money, right? Because a loan, you have to pay it back. Yes, that adds to your monthly expenditure, but it also means that you can build more stuff to get more money, so. I know some of these games support network play, too, even probably this one. I've never played any of the SimCity games in network mode. That would be a really fun thing to try. I think that there's a SimCity 2000 Network Edition, for example. I'm not sure if 3000 and 4 supports it straight up, but I think they do. At least I have small potato status. We have water, it's clean. Votes worthy and budget not busted. Liquid assets on the upswing. Cash means sink or swim. I know, schools have the better funding. Farm economy. Zone for agriculture and watch the fertile fields. Yeah, we should probably build more agriculture. They do seem to want that. Got a nice little farm grid going here. Yeah, how's that power plant doing? Because they're kind of self-powered here now. 200 action capacity, 126. Power used 4. You're going to go down and... wind power, so it shouldn't be the upkeep very expensive. There we go, capacity 11, so we can save that a little bit. May have been a little overzealous to build a wind thing there, but we're trying to be sustainable here, right? Put some more agricultural land, why not? Again, not cheap, but I think it will bring more cash. Alright, how's our population doing now? Still want just more industrial, or more residential now, again. Who am I to say no? Yeah, we're definitely going to take a loan here, but I'm hoping that the population and tax income will be offset here eventually. Or we'll crash and burn, no. So I'm going to leave a little space here for future utilities and stuff. A lot of low income here now, or low density housing. Don't have much of a choice now. Here and pay taxes. It's hard to make this all fit together, but it's still a challenge. But also know that in most of these games, once you get over this initial like funding hump, once you get to the point where you're making more than you spend, all of a sudden it just kind of expands. And at that point, you can basically paint the city, not worrying about the budget as much. So. Cigar smoking llama defies restaurant bans. Shouts ruminants rights. Man bites dog, dog rights. Oh. Educators strike. So our school system is now underfunded. So let's take a look and see how that's doing. I'm just trying to make it so we don't run out of money altogether. Okay, we're at 12 students here. Oh wow, this is very underfunded now. Teachers are striking. That's why. There. Added a whole bunch of money into this school system there, but... choice. There. They're not... Can I send the cops there? We'll take care of that strike, boys. Nope. Going for donuts instead. Actually, the one of the first times I visited in America, I lived on my first real visit. My now wife took me to a local grocery store just to show it how it was. And I mean, it was the first time in America, so I wanted to see it. And we went around, and they have a donut area. The mass transit funding is like one away from fully funded. Really? There, they're not striking anymore. Great. They're striking fast, like, well, yeah, but we're running out of money. And we went over to the donut area and the baked goods, and literally there was a cop with a huge donut box shoving donuts into the box. And I'm like, yeah, my wife we walked around the corner and died laughing because it's just like, the stereotype of the police officer eating donuts, of course. And sure enough, that's one of the first things I saw in America was a cop just loading up on donuts. It was really funny. Yeah, can I build here in this area? A little wonky here. Oh. Still doable. There we go. There's like an Austin Powers theme thing coming in here now. Good music, yeah. I know the money is... We may have to raise our taxes just a smidge, I think, because I know this is going to run out of money here. Still don't want any commercial. That help to balance it a little bit. They want more stuff, but yeah, we need more cash. We're definitely going to take a loan here soon, I think. If we're going to kind of meet in the middle. You need foil brush? Utility's expensive. Utilities. We're printing a lot of sanitation, but we can reduce that a little bit. In the interest of, like, not running out of money. Power line maintenance is 1, yeah. Wanted the deal again? Alright, we'll take our 2 simoleons. I don't need anything I can get at this point. No business deals. We're not charging any fares because no one's taking the frickin' bus. There are bus stations, you know. A few of them. There's no usage of the bus station at all. Is there something I'm missing on the bus? You can just be able to... The bus station, right? There's nothing more to it. No one's taking it. I suppose I should have built the smaller roads wherever I could. Save some money, especially in these neighborhoods. It doesn't auto-use it. It auto-builds it, of course, but... Our monthly income is increasing. Looks like we're finally getting some commercial desire here, too. Maybe? Fine. I'll reduce the funding for the police a little bit then. It was mostly just to get better coverage area, not to overfund them. Let's see. Mayor Posterior Town has become a burden community. More than 1,000 Sims and those spiritual-minded Sims are requesting a gathering place to express their non-worldly concerns. Please consider their petition for a house of worship in Posterior Town. Sure. No cost. No cost, then we'll go for it. If we'll make them happy. We'll see. Well, I appreciate all the insight and tips. We'll see if our city pulls out of the red here eventually. Thanks so much for stopping by. See you later. Well, our city's going broke. So 7-member construction team patching a hole no bigger than a dime. That's right. I increased that a lot so that they could patch up problems there. That saxophone player needs to cool it off a little bit there. These games are ones that you could just get completely pulled into, and then you just, yeah, the hours just disappear. Yeah, we're getting the most money out of residential there now. There is some demand for the other ones too. We have to take action on landfill eventually. Let's see, what's our power plant situation? We have 81% capacity use. We could increase funding to make it more efficient. They want more industry. I think we can actually put a little row ad up here to make that connect there. They can actually build in the back. Now we have the risk of crime and etc., but this is gonna have to be what it is, so. Put a little more industrial here, I think. Of course, now we're connected here. We wouldn't have needed that whole thing, but oh well. Oh, they have water there already. Trying to build where I can to make it more efficient. Probably put some more light areas in here. Again, trying to leave a little space where I can. Trying to build a cheaper roads. Really trying to save money here now. There's already water there. They don't need to do that. Got enough water. Tennessee Waltz found type originated in Hawaii. It's like there's some, yeah, this area here, like this is a huge area for one freaking house because of wasted opportunity. And they were getting some medium size here now. So I think this game, I believe, has mostly like pre-rendered character or things. Like the cars are 3D as far as I can tell. Like you can see they're like 3D rendered as they're moving around. I believe all the buildings, objects, stuff like that is pre-rendered, and then it's only rendered or shown as like a billboard from one direction. I don't know that it's actual 3D. I could be wrong there, but then the vehicles and things like that are actually 3D. So, you bums could take the bus. 0 people using the bus. Doesn't seem right. Put one out here about industry. It's a lot of money though. I can't afford it right now. I'm just trying to save money because I was 150 simoleons there. Really trying to close that gap as my expenditures have grown. My income has as well, but it's kind of keeping pace. I'm still like, you know, whatever is the difference short there. So, but yeah, you have enough horsepower from a machine like this from this era to play this game, which came out in 2003. This machine is a couple years newer. That gives you kind of that like enough juice to run this kind of stuff. No, nothing yet. We haven't gotten to the Metropolis time yet, where we have like a ton of small things running around. But so far so good. Running great with this performance. So yeah, we're gonna have to like make some changes here later on to make better use of the space. It's not very efficient right now, but I'm just really trying to save that money here. Yeah, that's true. A lot of these games didn't run that great, especially when you have a lot of stuff. And I saw someone on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it, they were pointing out that in the City Skyline 2 here now, a lot of the little guys walking around, they were like individually rendering the teeth in those characters, like that detail, but there was no level of detail. There was no like fading it out, so you had endless amount of you know, triangles to render on screen for something that the player would like never see unless they zoom way in. Let's see, trash deal table. You know, I have the deal, but it would be nice to have some more. Could build up here too. Do that. There's something connected. There's no city there, so that was a waste of money, but oh well. Yeah, we're definitely taking a loan here now. I'm hoping that soon enough here we can meet in the middle here and start making more money than we spend. Of course, construction costs a lot of money, but then the upkeep is what's costing here now. But we are developing slowly but surely. A lot of these areas aren't that desirable because there's no education in that area, but we can't afford for the services, so. Yeah, again, you put a lot of... Like, it doesn't feel like they use very smart, like, culling methods and stuff like that. It was just like, let's just cram more detail in. And that was before we had that kind of... We still had, you know, LODs and stuff like that. But, it's just when you add a lot of clutter detail, like these things here all have to be rendered on the screen, so... Oh, do I need a bigger road, maybe? Weird, it should have, like, connected here, but it didn't, so... There. Oh, okay. Sim Nation. Okay, I need a bigger road. Thank you for that tip. I'm looking for, like, deals now where I can take in stuff or sell stuff to them. To maybe offset some of that. But one water tower is holding up quite well, I will say. But I need to check that too. 84%. I feel like in these games I'm almost like deathly afraid of like running out of something or having a bad thing, but at worst you won't get as much growth, right? So, or some areas won't be, because you'll never like, there's always someone wanting something. Oh, if those jerks could use the bus, that would be good. Burn all our money on Landmark. I don't think we can even build a doctor. We have a small clinic now. Have one small police station for people, or almost 2,000 people, seems about right. So we're really... Think about real profits. Build a park. Cancel a deal now. Oh, power funding. Oh, that's right. I did increase this one. This one's connected to the grid now, which is not good. There. He's funding a little bit on it. I think the problem is now it's connected to the general grid. That's the problem, so... That's cool base stuff, so... So they... And the deal is like... Yeah, they give me $2, yeah. For the trash. For now, that's fine. Yeah, this one is now connected to grid, so it's vastly underpowered. There's gridlock here. Take the bus! Bus station here. They're actually commuting now, huh? Looks like rush hour, alright. We are getting closer to that. We're not out of money yet, so... It's that whole point now where you're kind of like slowly creeping closer. Gonna leave a gap here somewhere. Do this. Again, not perfect. Kind of winging it here now. These people up here are not getting much of the services department, but it's just... Okay, it is water already. No choice. I'm just trying to close the budget gap here. Which we will add additional services as we get into the green here on the budget sheet. Still growing, so... And no, they will. That will not be. There's I remember in SimCity for the Super Nintendo, it had a lot of charm to it, and they have one section in the manual where they go through all the scenarios you can play, and some of them are challenges. One is a pre-built city, which is a horrible road network, and you have to come in and clean it up, basically. Like, how do you do that? And in the manual, it talks about how the city planner was bored and was drawing circles on a paper, and then the actual road construction crew came in and saw it and started building roads accordingly. So that's why it's such a mess. And like, sounds like a very Nintendo way to describe it. Yeah, we did that a lot in the beginning, and I have reduced the budget and everything. And like, the schools were complaining. These were really complaining because we had, we're going to reduce this again now. We have less students here now. We're doing this quite a bit in the beginning, and then a whole bunch of strikes started and whatnot, so... Because, yeah, we're 15 capacity, there's 13 students, $13 a month. But we were doing this quite a bit earlier to reduce it. Ooh, 99% capacity, that's not good. We gotta increase the power here a little bit. We're building a lot, so it needs more power. We're getting really close there now. Hey, where's the library? Where did I build that? I built a library, didn't I? Guess I can go to education grid and look at that. Let's see. Education. There's the library. Oh yeah, we have a lot more books checked out and we have people, so alright, we'll increase the budget there. Yeah, we're doing that quite a bit earlier. Of course, our health is dropping now because I think the clinic is probably overworked. Yep. Our population is growing, so that is a problem. We are closing the gap slowly with more taxable income here. Might do one of these again here. A little bit of tax increase. Sorry, everyone. Not much of a choice. We get a little more money. We have no high value industrial. There's no point in taxing that higher. We have water. Water's good. But yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of shortage of some utilities here now. We've kind of slowed the curve quite a bit. We're definitely not in green yet. If we get a neighbor deal, if we get another neighbor deal, that would be terrific. But it doesn't look like it yet. Pay for trash. I mean, I know we provide it as a public service, but I mean, I gotta pay for my trash. Although we're not part of the city trash system, so. I just want to get over that hump. Getting really close now. At that point, once you start getting into green, then at least you can pay for the services and keep the citizens you have happy, and then expand from there. But maybe we'll make it without taking a loan here. Have to build a little more. Oh, there we go. We have to increase the funding now to a little more. Get a little more people in here. Trying to leave a little space. We had no high schools at all then? I suppose that would work, yeah. The thunder. Yeah, this game is one that's it's just better played on a machine that's slightly more powerful than for fire there. We have fire. Oh. When they're deal with that. They can get there though. Build a road. Is that always like that? Barrel enough to wet their... Oh, come on. Water was not a problem a second ago. I guess it's just always smoking. That's fine. That's fine. So now the water grid went from, like, alright, but it's already starting to slow down a little bit. Usage 98%. Only another water tower here. Gotcha, okay. We're at 87%, so... It's a nice little touch, though, that it actually reflects that. But yeah, we'll have to build another water tower. It costs money. Monthly costs $50. Well, I left a little space in between here so that we can actually do that. There, now the water capacity should be a lot better. 49%. But we're closing the gap, slowly but surely. Well, I'm not sure how much people want to live out here because there's no... School grade is high, but the hospital grade is low because the clinic is way out there, yeah. Can increase the funding, though, I think. Reach out higher. Cost more money, and then we're back to where we want. Armadillos want aardvarks removed from... Okay, never mind. Dictionary, claim here first. New broccoli-based hairstyle. I don't see that actually today, but... It's time to reevaluate the deal, and they may want to change their trash collection term. We'll cancel it for now, then. Now went from having no water to tons of water. Can we... reduce the water department a little bit then? Making enough money here. It's gonna run out soon, but then again, we'll have to take a loan or two. That's just the thing that often happens when I play these games, is that curve of making money and not getting enough there is gonna be a problem, so. Yeah, that's true. But when they do run out, they do run out, so. Because, yeah, you're right. It's like, you know, you're not providing enough to fill the needs, so. And now we're mostly a farming town here with one big mansion in the middle. Nice into my mansion right here. Number of uninvited guests, 105. City-owned land. Our income is increasing. Industrial is definitely pulling in more money, but the main one is residential, because that's what I built the most of course. We do have some interest in commercial now, so maybe we'll build a little more commercial land, because that would be nice to get some income from that. We can. A light commercial. Not cheap, but it's a nice tax on that, if we can. I feel like we've been at a 300 deficit there, ish for a long time now. But it used to be like 400 or 500 before a month, so. More residential. That's just gonna have to take. Put on a big blob of low-cost housing here. The people want. I'm really hoping we can get to that break-even point here soon, and at that point, then the game opens up quite a bit, so... The low crime rate, well, the police is right where they need to be, I guess. Activists demand equal time. City plant trees and build more parks to help clean the air. Yep, I'll get right on that once I get some money. We need trees, yeah, I know. Sound of people getting to where they want to go. All the roads are rolling and all your sims are strolling. Good transits to make beautiful music, don't they? Mayor or player? Well, it seems Posterior Town is a mayor to be proud of. It's lots of pluses and few minuses as far as your approval rating here. Clean streets. Again, biggest thing is just getting that budget. No finance advisor. Oh, like a really big one? Because in this case here, we'll auto kind of zone a little bit by me just holding it, right? So... I know, there's gaps in police coverage. Yeah, there's... graffiti, pie throwing, flashing, car theft. If I build another police station now, it's going to be a lot of money, though. That's the problem. But I may have to here soon. So if they don't want to live there, then that's a problem, of course. There's always that balance of, like, which services to provide, but I need more money before I do that. So about 300 simoleons a month short. So yeah, a loan will probably have to happen here soon. But if I build another police station, that is not cheap. What does another police? 250 and a monthly cost of 125. Ouch. But I'm not sure I have a choice at this point. They're gonna complain. Building very small, cheap roads right now. I'll have to come back and revisit that again, trying to get just the money. Because that will increase our monthly cost quite a bit, and that will increase the gap again. But I also think they probably don't want to even move in there if we don't have that coverage, so... we hit that limit. Blammo. They probably even want drinking water. Needy dudes. I think we can probably reduce the local funding quite a bit here now because they don't need to cover as much. A little bit. Now our power is low again. 93%. We're growing, which is fine. But also means that we have to pay more for services, and we're still not getting more income. So yeah, we'll definitely have to take a loan here soon at this rate. If I remember right, playing SimCity 3000, we had the exact same scenario where our expenditures outpaced our income, which it does in the beginning. We have a lot of lower income here now. Power's been taken care of. Build more farms. See the industrial, yeah, they bring in quite a bit of money, so it will build a couple more farms here. But money to make money, so. Fortunately, like, no real crime out here, it seems like, so. That was not cheap, but... Farmland's good land, right? Income. I'm gonna kick up our tax rates here a little bit. They're probably not gonna like it, but I don't have much of a choice at this point. We just need the cash. See if we can break even here soon. That made me make another 100 a month there, but also my expenditure went up. So, welcome back to City Budget Simulator. That's funny, because someone who's really skilled at this game probably looking at this. Mayor of Giant Governing Gifts. Loudly laud every achievement of your leadership. Great, because I don't think that's necessarily true, but generally green right now. And just close that budget gap. Oh, there we go. That increased income there quite a bit. Farm's probably bringing quite a bit of cash. Yeah, that's going to be a much later one. Military base. There we go. Yep, we're going to take that. We're going to take that offer because we need the cash. Let's put it up here by the farms. Why not? Good for the local economy. See, they're now broke even right away. No sweat. And it's kind of like an assumed one that happens eventually, right? You pretty much need to, or if you lose money. But military base brings a lot of... And they're protesting. Were they cheering? Yeah, they're cheering. Build it right here. They're probably gonna have crime there and stuff too, but next to the farmland, why not? But now we have positive cash flow for the first time in the town's history, so we're gonna ride that for a little bit. Increase the speed. See if we can kind of increase our services as we get more money. And make more people live here, etc., etc., and everything's good. But at least we're not hemorrhaging money right now at very moment, maybe? Say, do people have any favorites when it comes to city builders or city manager? Because I know the AD series is great. We have, you know, the SimCity series, of course. You have the City Skylines, things like that. But they're already on the water grid, so it should be fine there. Thanks for stopping by, Eric. See you later. I know people have a fond... Of course, SimCity 2000 is a perennial favorite. One that's always... people generally well-loved. Yeah, that's true. You have those games, too. The kind of the business management games. Those can be really addictive, too. Easy to get stuck into. And very similar in type of game. Yeah, that army base was a big boost there. Income is kind of fluctuating, still not being in big dollars, but that $350 a month is a huge boost, really. Play it on your phone. There's actually was a city builder for Android that I can't remember what it's called, but it was a true, honest to goodness. Pay like $5 and it was a full game. I bought it and it was a lot of fun. It was very SimCity-esque, building a city and managing everything. Very similar to this, but it was well adapted for mobile. I found it didn't have quite the same depth, which is kind of expected. It was more like a city painter in that sense. You kept building and building and building. Never really ran out of money. And eventually, just like that was it. It wasn't, you know, it was kind of a clean progression. Played it for like a week or two, and then I was kind of done with it. But it was called. But it was a good game, so. Oh, they don't have power over there. I guess they probably want power. freaking army base that needs power. Now we're making more money than we're spending, sort of. And start looking at enhancing our services to make everyone happy. So let's see. We have police coverage pretty good here. We have one fire station that's still holding up pretty well. Actually, education is still all right. Although, take a look at that. 80 students. 110 capacity. 20 students, 30 capacity. Library is very popular, so we're going to increase the library budget here a little bit. Pretty cheap, honestly, so. Everyone seems to like me, so. I know the water's low. How's health do? Funding, we're going to increase that a little bit to get more patients in there. We have to build another clinic here soon, but at least it's like it's, you know, semi-realistic in the sense that a town of this size wouldn't have like multiple, like there's 2,300 people here, but they wouldn't have like multiple health clinics and stuff like that, you know. Some of the sim games are a little almost ridiculous. You build like a small town that needs like 3 police stations and 4 fire stations and whatnot, but yes, we're in the green finally. Next to that huge army base. Makes a big difference. Otherwise, we definitely would have taken a loan. Might consider taking a loan anyway, just to get the economy going faster. We just need more people here. They are getting the services that they need now. It kind of makes me want to revisit City Skyline. I know 2 just came out, but I had quite a bit of fun with the first one, although I didn't get that far, but the expansion pack's still overwhelming. There's like, what, 10 of them or something, or more? That makes it hard to like kind of keep up on, or like even keep track of what you might need or what be a good experience. I'm not sure which ones are like great or not, so. Alright, now we're pulling ahead there with the, yeah, there's a time, specific time too, on the day. And we, maybe we can rezone some of these to be, medium now. Low density, low density. Higher density in here. All low. Low wealth residential. Can I see what zone it is? Type of zone? High density residential, okay. I don't know that I can redo it right on the... Yeah, I can. Just make it to a high density instead. Nice. I have to rebuild it then. I know in some games you pretty much have to tear everything down and rezone it, but now that can grow bigger if they want it to, and that's a good way to increase your density, so... House. They will rebuild as needed at that point. Cheaper than building from new one. Female chimpanzees more likely to succeed in law school than males. Bunnies have a long history of aggression, also have deep philosophical side. Had a lot of fun when they wrote these little blurb things there. And we do have a little bit of a road problem here, but again, no one's taking the frickin'... I must be missing something. Oh, there's people using the bus. Yay. 14 people rode the bus. I probably need to put in more bus stops for that to be better. But you don't make money on the bus. Seems a little... Okay, you do have fares, but not much. Put a couple more bus stops in to get that preemptively here. I was 150 a piece to build it, but trying to reduce the of traffic here. Of course, we have some room for subway if it gets to that later here, but yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get far enough for that to be a thing. But we do need something to deal with our trash eventually. Of course, when you have an incinerator or something, you can actually burn it or recycle or whatever. Developed anymore? No. Can I take the bus now? $0. 14 people riding that bus there. I'm not sure if it's like you have to actually put it in the place that actually makes sense, I guess. Yeah, 40 people on this bus stop here right away. This one's became popular because that's right next to the people. The way I understood it was that you put the bus stop next to where the people might live and then where they work. And then in theory, they take the bus to work instead of... Because, I mean, if there was a connection right away, you would just do that instead. That's where they want to go. $1 in transit fares there. That will pay off the multiple hundreds of simoleons, I keep saying dollars, simoleons that we spent on building those bus stations. So it's a game that has a vibe, right? You kind of just get in groove and slowly but surely build and expand your... yeah, this one was actually pretty popular right there, 5%. So it makes sense to put them next to the places people are commuting to. That should reduce traffic as people take the bus to work. The idea. City planning, my thing. City planning is my passion. So yeah, we still have a budget surplus, but it's not large. The city to grow some more. But I wonder, we have to take another loan to upgrade some of these single dwelling. Whoop. Whoa, I hope it's saved because it just crashed the desktop with no warning. Wow. If there's no autosave in that, we just lost a ton of progress. And I'm not sure if it autosaves. I would think that by now in 2003 there, it would be autosaving. But that's neat. It just crashed the desktop. Neat. This is also the latest patch that we're using on the game. It is like patch 2, I think. There was only like patch to version 2. Now there's an expansion pack for this as well, which is kind of like almost better across the board, but I wanted to play the default version. So crash the desktop, good old one. So we'll see if it autosaved. I will not challenge everything. Just made my game crash. Lost my city there. If we got that bad, I'm gonna have to start a new city or something. That's really far back for progress because I saved like quite a while ago. 30,000. I was down to 5. That go to process. Yep, I think it went back to wherever we were when I saved. Yeah, 440 people. That's way back in the, wow, that's, yeah, look at how much smaller the town is. We just lost a ton of progress. Fantastic. I think we might go out to the world view and start another town at that point, because that's... Wow, no autosave at all. I suppose there's a setting for that somewhere. Nope, I probably wasn't expecting it to crash. Fantastic. God mode. Let's see, let's go back out to... We'll save and exit the region. Maybe we'll try this again now and try and do better, better budgeting. The water city there. we'll build here. We don't need water for this one. Oh, I saw a thing that reticulated splines there. Save city has been established. We're going to try and use a little more conservative construction here. And be smarter about this and see if we can meet in the middle quicker. But yeah, true retro experience. I could have just been redoing that, but I think I wouldn't even be able to get back to where we were if I just spent all the time building there now. If you guys want me to go back to the other one and keep working on that one, we can do that. Otherwise, I figured like I'll just do a clean break here now. We're going to build a smaller power plant, I think, for starters, because the first one I built was way overpowered. Maybe even some wind power plants. They're cheap to build and squeaky clean. They do produce power, so I think I'm going to build just a few wind power plants instead. There we go. Yeah, trying to be a little smarter about the spending here if we can. Not put big roads where we don't need them. Boy, that is a bummer. Yeah, I should have remember to say it, but yeah, thanks for the link there for the auto-saving. Will come in handy in the future here, but for now we're going to build up our new town here quick. I'm going to right to rock the music this hard, because I build some farms right away too, honestly. So QL improvements, basically, yeah. So much for coming back to Metropolis. I think some the people that were leaving and coming back were like, oh, when do we see a Metropolis there by the time we get back? And with the opposite now. Anyway. Build a little heftier road here to jobs here. Put in some commercial in between here. No kidding. Our little business district there. And then we will also put in our services here after we put some power, I guess. How's our power situation? Yeah. Well, it's a wind power now. We'll stick with that for now, because the other power plant was like way oversized and cost a lot of money in the beginning, versus keeping up with the budget here now. Let's see what we need. Make some bigger roads in between here. Then we're going to put a lot of low density in our housing here. Now we're getting a bit of a grid-based system here, but that is okay, because we let's start with this here. Let's see, we need some services too. We're going to put a police station. Right there. Fire station. Right there. And then we can put our medical clinic up here. And then also a school. not the Hollywood sign. And we can shrink their budget dramatically in the beginning. Don't need that much. See if we can do this the right way here now. Okay. We're gonna definitely build some more housing because that's what they want. So I'll try and like do a lot of the cheaper ones to begin with here now. Already learned a few things along the way. And we'll put a couple bus stations too right away. Oh, I have no power out on the farm there. Guess they need that. Let's see, how's the power situation doing now? Yeah, monthly expenses skyrocketed there already. Did reduce a lot of these here, but it still costs a lot. Unisuka, you missed us basically on crash the desktop and losing probably 45 minutes an hour of progress in our old city, so we decided to start a new one. There we are. It's like people are saying, it's the true retro experience. Doing a little bit of a grid thing here now, but trying to get a lot of income from the... Sorry, did I not connect the water? I did not connect the water. Apparently, that's something that has to happen too. Whoops! I just imagine like a main water pipe in the street in the city. There's just gushing water out into nowhere. Gonna get a lot of housing here now, so we can have room for our people to move in. I'm gonna save by building the cheaper roads. I'm trying to be just generally smart about it, so what we might do is flank this with some medium density here. That is almost like there's some sort of system here now. I'm doing a much more like rigid setup this time. Now we just need some people to move in here. Oh, sorry, we need garbage dump as well, otherwise we're gonna have a problem. Like right next to the there we go. Kind of back to where we were. Almost like it's quicker now. Well, kind of what I'm doing. So, let's see. Power use of 70 still. For water tower. Well, 1%. Fine. So we might build some more farmland too. That was actually a pretty nice income source. So, of course, we're burning through cash right now, but I'm hoping to kind of like get caught up quicker this way. See if it pans out this way now, but definitely going more aggressive this time. But also remember, I don't like how the game works now. Farmland. They want more industry here soon as well. And we have wind power, it just always generates energy there, but now we have plenty of green areas for people to move into. Although I feel the police station and whatnot is not covering this very well anymore. No, it is not. By a long shot. The risk of having such a huge area, but here we are. Another bus station in. Still more place to live, but our city has skyrocketed in population by comparison. See, this is a population one, right? Water pollution is fine, whatever. Population my age, whatever. Everything's going up. Sort of. It does not, no. I'm playing with the base one. I know the Rush Hour probably adds, you know, more of everything to make it just generally better. But yeah, this is just a default release, so... Trying to keep it a little simple for tonight. Letting it kind of build a little fancy there. And let's see, we need water here. Let's see. That's fine. I'll build my... We got here a lot faster this time than... Live right next to the elementary school. Good enough. That's where I'm just terrible when it comes to like road construction stuff in these games. I just never do a really good job getting that to look right. Because I don't plan it ahead of time, right? That's really Achilles heel there for me. Is this bus station being used? Oh, look at that. Actually used 128 people. So putting it right next to where there's industry is definitely helping reduce the volume there. Or power. We're good. Okay, our city has grown leaps and bounds here now already. Although we still have the trouble with the monies, as it were. Yeah, I'm terrible pre-planning cities. I just kind of wing it, right? Like my last city you saw a second ago was very much like a winging it. We're going to go hit save. My autosave is so weird it took so long for the industry to kind of catch up on it. I guess because now we can, excuse me, save so quickly. Back then, you know, the spinning disk, it took a while for the stuff to spin up, right, and save. It was not always a guarantee that it would save immediately, so... that would have slowed down the experience for the user quite a bit. I suppose there's that part of it. Yeah, cool music. Resilience there for the inevitable catastrophes. That probably needs power there too. Build some more farms here. I think that is a nice option for a little extra income there. Totally a grid system now. I was trying to avoid on the last one, but here we are. I get the whole thing spun up quickly. Next to a farm. Yeah, I suppose you're not wrong there. So, Like, there's certain things that are, like, you know, fun to experience retro, and some things are just like, oh, whatever, it's not that big a deal if it's not, you know. I suppose the saving in or the spinning disc experience is very unique, but not necessarily required, so. You can live next to the farms. Your schleps start taking the bus. A lot of stuff here. Neighbor deal, so I guess I'd be the one then to trade with myself, but increase the tax rate here. They seem to be fine with helps offset a little bit. Spent a lot of money, but already the income is increasing, so sort of working out. Trying to spend less on the roads by not building the heavy-duty roads as much. Building a lot of the cheaper housing. Again, trying to get more people here for tax revenue. Plan. Within the coverage there. No one wants to live way out there. Let's see what's the coverage out here. Pretty bad. Crime rate low, school grade low, hospital grade low. Yeah, there's not enough coverage over here. That's the drawback of having this kind of elongated town versus one that's built around a circle. Like, the last one was kind of circular, you know. Yeah, I suppose there's plenty of different ways you can build random things by, like, you know, chopping them up or doing a special little trick to make them behave the way you want to. All the pro stuff, like in Transport Tycoon, for example, which is one of my favorite games, you can do some pretty insane, like, people have built up some pretty incredible, like, ways, let's see, funny rubber. Cool. Got more students now, so let's increase that. Or busing. Farm economy, easy picking. Yep. I do have quite a few farms here, if I say so myself, so build some more. Trying to get that cash flow going. Probably need to check what our power is. Well, welcome back. The game crashed hard to desktop, and since we hadn't saved for quite a while, and there's no autosave, we lost pretty much 45 minutes of progress, thereabouts. So, I decided to build a brand new city from scratch, and here we are. And it's more laid out more appropriately. It were. Desperately trying to claw my way back to be profitable again. I'm gonna see if the military base shows up again, but that was a thing. So fire's pretty poor coverage here, huh? Where did I put the fire station? Right here. So yeah. Here we are. New city. Safety is pretty low. This fire station doesn't reach very far. I mean, I had... So, we haven't been playing this city very long. This one kind of spun up here pretty quickly. And I lost probably... a good 45 minutes of progress in and out of the city, I would bet. I've gotten pretty far in, and the city was like finally profitable. We got to that point. Thanks to the military base. Let's see. Fine. There. Worship there. But yeah. A little bit of a bummer. But yeah, it's hard crashed. Right to desktop. Alright, we're getting some use here out of the bus station here. We're taking the bus to work. Not sure. There's no way to see, like, there's traffic. Public transportation coverage would be nice to see, you know. The road is pretty bad there, so maybe we'll do this. Increase the... $90 motor oil found to be better than gravy for Thanksgiving potatoes. No, there's no archaeologists in this one that I remember. This is more like a typical, like, just building a huge metropolis or whatever with no special stuff like that I can remember anyway. Could be wrong. Alright, so now we're still, you know, half the budget gone there in the hole, but we're also much further along than we were in the other city. I was much more cautious there. Just trying to increase the population here, really, is what's happening so that it can be taxed. That's pretty funny that you can do that. We'll probably have to end the stream with that for sure. That's kind of a given almost. Just not paying too much attention. I just want to get back in the where we were before, basically. Yeah, tax is always bad, except when it pays for stuff, I guess. Some people like it. Well, never like it. Yeah, now we have a larger area where we can grow into here. But yeah, we definitely need to have more mid-sized zones. Oh, neat. Property taxes are great, huh? Yeah, we live in one of the most here in the Midwest. It's like insane for where we are. The property taxes here are pretty crazy, and I always wonder where they go. I do think taxes serve a purpose, like, right? Taxes pay for things in society, and that's fine. But you know, you want to feel like you get something out of it too. Not connected here. Not okay. Take a look at our no, I don't want to do that. I want to question mark. There we go. See, they're using the bus station. Being so far away. School grade low, hospital grade low. The clinic is pretty far away, isn't it? Yeah. We'll have to build another set of services up here, which is going to be pricey. I want to expand in this direction, but I don't think I have a choice. Make a little grid here with new services. We'll build that in the middle here. As default. We'll build it over here, I think. Well. And I'm doing a little bit of winging here now. More so than usual. Let's see, we need police station. Fire station. I think I'm going to build a clinic too. All expensive. Build some education stuff here. Maybe a library. The high school was expensive as well. And that was very expensive when I built that before. So I'm going to save that for later. But we're going to build a library. See if that increases our power too. There we go. I know fire protection is spread thin. I just built a new fire station. Our expenditures are insane. I think we're going to start dropping some of these things here. Health education. Utilities. Drop sanitation a little bit. Water department. I think we have plenty of water. Usage 93%. Okay, never mind. I guess we got up pretty high on that. We're making money on the transport department. Use road maintenance a little bit. Reduce our funding just a smidge more. Reduce our... Yeah, we're still like half in the hole here, so... Alright, now we need to see that military base. We're going to catch up here. Crime rate low, school grade high, household grade high. So, great place to live here. If you guys come and live here. I'm gonna build some medium residential here. Yeah, I think I may have to build another water tower very soon. I might as well just do that now. Well, look at my power as well. Black hole of bus stop. I know I got water now. Single bucket bogged down to take this bus stop, please. Stale joke, I know, but I'm serious that stop's going nowhere. Riding it. What are people riding it for, crying out loud? A bigger road here in the middle. Oh, let's see. Alright, Bruce, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we got a weekend coming up, right? So, I asked too. Sorry, working tomorrow isn't fun either. Hope we get into something that have you working less. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, good lord. Best of luck with that. That's tough. That's such a lot of work. Hopefully things lighten up for you. Definitely get some rest. And thanks for stopping by. Hopefully see you next time. I'll stop there. Build some medium here. Nice that it just kind of connects like that. Not always perfect, but, you know, good enough. Grave Need and Save City. House of Worship was made a foundation to save spiritual life. On a graveyard. All right, that's fine. All right, now we're burning a lot of cash. Our income is higher, but our expenditure is definitely higher, too, than it was last time. So let's see if we can close the gap some more here. Man, yeah, that's like... You're just that short of drivers, or... Like, it's working crazy hours then to meet the demand. Even if SimCity 4 for sure. With a name like that, I feel I should listen to your advice. If you weren't here for earlier, we did build a city where I kind of winged stuff. Then I lost a large portion of that progress because it crashed desktop. So, for sure, we'll tell. Oh, I can't get to that one. The bus. Sorry. Get there now. Oh, they have to get there in the front. All right, this is a bad mistake here. We're just gonna de-zone that area. Bulldoze that. A de-zoning one? Oh. There, we'll de-zone that. Yeah, I am a novice when it comes to this game. I usually just wing it, basically, so... I have a ton of low-income ones here, or lower-cost housing. I think I'm gonna build more industry here, maybe. That seems to be a common thing here. Several people are suggesting that kind of stuff, like just large plot of light. Yeah, nothing. Just and that makes them taxable and income producing, I suppose. That seems to be a common thing in this game, or like it's a known trick of whatever. Wow. Ride the lower middle class as hard as possible and get the cash out of it. Just build a crap load of low housing zone and don't really care if they get services or not, it sounds like. We will do a little experiment here now. I'm gonna do this. They seem to want it, so... No water? At all? It's like I already have the services now deployed, right? So there's no real point in, like, removing them, but... Sounds like just building just crap loads of really... the lower ones seem to be the ticket here. Yeah, that's true. Chasing them around and doing that kind of stuff. There, how's that? Yeah, most of them get water too, but don't they have more people coming in? Is it really worth, like, doing, like, no services at all? I mean, now you save it per house, then basically it gives you income, right? Do they even build there without water? Or they just, like, restrict their growth? Man. Pretty, I will do this strategy here, then. We're gonna build a ocean of the houses here. It too. Awful, but awesome at the same time. Again, I'm just painting here now because we're running towards the end of the stream here now, so I'm just kind of winging it. I'm curious to see. This strategy does seem to be working in the sense that just building a huge freaking grid of... oh, I think my power is probably pretty low right now. Yes, their capacity. More power. Good evening, Solar. Well, what happened earlier was here that we had a big city going, and then lost it to crash desktop. So now, thanks to several people's suggestions here, we're basically building a huge slum town with low income across the whole map here to just get our income going, and at least interesting. I didn't know that. I didn't need water. It seems like I have an oversight in the game design. We're just building a crap load of the connector. Poor connection there. Yeah, just building a huge grid of single-family homes, basically. Sour SimCity, poor prospect. Cool sort of... I know. Not enough water, yeah. But yeah, it's closing the gap pretty fast there, because these are all taxable, right? But we probably need to increase the tax on... At least to get money in the beginning, right? So, yeah, we're already breaking even here now, basically. For this mass land here of whatever, but... Hey, they love me now. They do love me. Safety, education, they're all dropping like... Yeah. I'm trying to balance the budget here. This is doing it, so... Terrible, but... I guess it makes sense, because you're getting a large population here, and then, like, per unit, right, per house, if you don't provide as many services, they're cheaper to maintain, but then, yeah, that makes sense. I'm already breaking even. This is working, and then you can come back and upgrade it as you get more money and services and stuff like that, so... yeah, that increased my income there dramatically, because I was building very... What do they not have? No jobs? Go build some new industry somewhere they can work at then. I'll be happy. There, they can have this freaking industrial area up here. They need some power. I might just build another wind power up here instead until I connect it. Oops, of course now I'm pretty far within the water grid here. Oh, they got water by mistake up here, sorry. I'm not following through in the plan very well there, but at least now they have somewhere to work. Oh, they have nowhere to work at all here. Assume that's what that means, right? No job. Yep. Lots of people moved in with no job. Build some industry up here. It'll be fine. Really? Wow. Sounds like you have this whole system figured out here on where you can really squeeze it, huh? Well, they want lots of jobs now, huh? Want commercial, too. They want everything. All right, Bruce. hopefully have a good day tomorrow and Sunday, working and everything. Sorry that's happening, but hopefully you have a good day anyway. So, thanks for stopping by. Some more stuff. Yeah, we have a lot of people here now without jobs, but yeah, I'm probably not gonna do the whole shebang with the what you're suggesting there, but at least I'm doing a little bit. But it makes sense. You can do that kind of planning. Building like. Whoops, sorry, my bad. I ran over your house. Happens, you know? There we go. Alright. Well, congrats on getting a job, so. That was exciting. Oh, now you have somewhere to work. Boy, it feels like, you know, you can really, like, model this after, like, a true American city and all that, but now it sounds like you just basically have it figured out on how to, quote-unquote, abuse the system in here enough to make it work, so. Yeah, people living out there now have, like, no services. But they're happy anyway. Look at my budget here now. It's coming in hot and ready. Still too much industries. Come work there. Yeah, clearly that's kind of the way to do it because the town is growing like gangbusters, and the budget is now basically balanced. I'll let the see the. There you go. So this is the HP Pavilion. So you know, kind of like a you know, pre-built machine from the 2000s that is really good for playing these kind of games, like these like early 2000 games. So. A lot of industry here, but they don't seem to want to work there. No one wants to work anymore. These industries develop really fast. These ones are not. Still being built, I guess. But yeah, soundtrack is great too. It's fantastic. Yeah, the old town was much slower as I got familiar again with the SimCity 4. Like, I know. Or like single school here is like. Student capacity is 12. Okay, well, fine. We'll increase that. Oh, they have no job. I believe it. Yeah, I mean, it's like as soon as you get into those like really cluttered environments where you have a ton of tiny stuff running around, I mean, that's very taxing for pretty much any machine. So. They have to build better roads out there so they can get to their jobs. What's going on here? Make like a avenue in the middle here. Ooh, that increased my cost there dramatically, but no, it's varied enough too that it never feels stale, and it's very fitting to the whole setting too. Very nice, like chill vibes with some energy behind them still. So you got to build more industries, but yeah. Nice. Hopefully something good big then. I love a little alien, or alien form. Like the ant farm view of stuff happening. See, they're The unemployment is reducing here now. They're getting more jobs as these industries are building up, I guess. It's already full here. Dump is full. Farms. But then also, of course, what prompted me playing this was the launch here now of, like several people suggested, the launch of City Skyline 2. And I heard that had some considerable performance problems before they ironed that out. It was like, you know, I think that a lot of ray tracing features were on by default. There was a patch came out like double performance, like they weren't very optimized on launch. Oh, bummer. But we still have that situation going where new games coming out are not optimized or aren't running very well right out of the gate. That's like just takes so long for that kind of tiring at this point. What are they complaining about? I know. There's some pretty poor stuff. So basically it comes down to... Oh, there's no power here, huh? This power plant is not enough. It is not. There we go. No, it's not really, almost not worth it, so... Games tend to get better pretty quickly. Or at least, you know, some kind of a redemption, right? But it's just annoying at this point. Like, it's always better to wait, obviously, to buy, like, you know, whatever Game of the Year edition or something like that. Like, that's the thing I like to do with console games. I'm so behind the curve on that. Like, I bought Horizon Zero Dawn, the complete edition, for, like, you know, $18 whenever that started going on sale years ago. And that's kind of how I like to do it, so... Okay, I did have a few bus stops here and there, but we can add some more. Because they can't get to the job, right? Might be the problem here. There we go. Still, I mean, before, it was like the whole area here was unemployed, and that's getting better now, so... Taking the bus, right? You know, some of them are being used. There's even a $14 income here from that. Sweet. I winged the city way more, thanks to your guys' recommendations there. It's growing a lot faster. And at this point here, get enough money, provide real services to those who live in here. Just a lots of little suburbia thing going on here, which is fine. No one's working in these. The bus stop in here so that I can get to their jobs, I guess. The whole area here is unemployed. But yeah, I grew real fast there. That's kind of how, like, normally when I play these games, I kind of, like, slowly but surely grow there, but here it's just real fast. Oh, no water, no way. I'm breaking with the plan here a little bit now. Sorry. You're right. Feeling my water tower has exceeded its capacity at this point. They're getting all the amenities here now all of a sudden. Just finishing the city out this way to be nice to them. Yeah, that's the thing. We talked earlier about how SimCity 2013 was just like a... Yeah, what are they thinking? I'm like, I understand some of the direction they were going, but yeah, that was a bad choice the way they handled that, but. Fix the roads, but yeah. I'm not gonna play too much longer, but I was still curious if we could reduce the amount of unemployment here. Industry is building slowly but surely. These can develop more, of course. They don't seem to be building that fast, though. Yeah, and Max has just got chopped up like many of them, so... I do not know. I am not, like, I've been basically just playing SimCity on and off casually throughout the years, and honestly, one of my favorite ones is the Super Nintendo one, because it's, I don't know, I played so much of that. Evening Jam, welcome. When I was younger, and I don't know, there's something very soothing about playing SimCity on SNES, and it was, felt, you know, kind of like an improvement in the original formula of the original SimCity. New buildings coming up here. I love just seeing little stuff happening, and they spend so much time doing little flare animations or things happening in the background. It becomes quite the ant farm to look at it after a while. There's tons of stuff going on. And now we have just a spread out low income area that is paying taxes, so you know, that's cool. Your residential is, most of the money is from that low income, almost all of it. Oh. Alright, Sukra, thanks for stopping by. I'll see you next time. Good night. Hey, thanks everyone for coming out too on a Friday. I had to shift it around. It's my daughter's birthday today, so we were putting up all the decorations last night, wrapping presents, and setting up her gaming PC that she just got. It's all pink. That's what she wanted. That's a lot of acronyms. I don't know. Unless we're making fun of acronyms. Good evening, welcome. Yeah, now I feel bad because we're getting people joining in here now. But yeah, I'm probably going to pack it in there pretty soon. But yeah, our city grew very rapidly from, well, using pretty interesting methods. So here we are. I'm gonna try and make that up to them here now. Doesn't mean we're gonna balance a check budget, so. But yeah, that's the thing I mentioned earlier too. It's so charming. The whole game is like super charming in its style and you know how you play it and everything, and that's what makes it just a delight to play. Even when I'm doing these horrible things to my citizens here. Yeah, I'm really just kind of doing pretty bad things. Subway constraint. I'm not going to build a subway. Yes, I will definitely have to disaster the city before. And it's too bad at our old city there. I had to abandon it. Those that came in late here now. I built another city first, and then it basically lost it due to crash the desktop. And since there's no autosave, we got back quite a bit. Thanks for that reminder. It's funny how long, again, it took for autosaves to come in, or at least having an option to enable autosaves. And the hole again now. Know what that means. Time for low-income building bonanza. And to be fair, we're really just winging it now because it's fun. Oh, power is low. I know the power plant's over capacity. How's this now? Is that better? City's growing too fast. Building a subway is expensive. Oh, you can. That's right. Shows you how much I know about this game, but yeah. I talked about earlier is that the reason it probably didn't autosave as much back then was, again, it's like it took a long time there to do that save, and you have spinning disk, which this machine is also spinning disk, so for those not aware, then this is actual retro computer. We're playing on a machine from the mid-2000s with Windows XP. Of course, this is a game you can play on modern machines now through multiple storefronts and different options, so... yeah, we grew our city very rapidly through the use of some dubious means, and of course now, strategies sort of paying off, but then I'm just wrecking stuff too. Take the bus. Oh, it built on that side? What? Oh, this is a school there. Well, I guess that's not going to be a zone there. What? Traffic that bad that the cars can't get there? Or they point in the wrong direction? Sure. Not proud of the city here. I'm just really winging it now. Can't get here, maybe? The roads are so bad. How about that? There's a road connection. Look, there's little roads on both sides. What's the problem, dude? Nice. Takes a long time to get the content flowing, that's for sure. Alright, I'm not sure we're going to be able to, like, steady this city here, because it's built on rock and roll here a little too fast. It's funny, because I see where it can work. I'm just terrible at it, and when I build these cities, I usually go very slow and methodical, and kind of build my way around it, and this was just a mass dump of stuff, which means it's now time for disasters, obviously. Steer the meter in mid-flight. Sure can. Here it comes. Woo! Oh, look at that. You totally can steer it. Don't watch for the city. Pretty much have to. It's just a mandatory in every... Oh, this is a vicious tornado. Oh, it's a tornado. Well, you can really wreak havoc with when you control it. Earthquake. Look anywhere in your city let loose with an electrifying jolt. Or else you could do so many targeted ones of these. Literally a flamethrower. Well, I'm not sure my city is going to recover from this. I guess the only thing left now is a robot attack. And why not a volcano? It's really struggling there to do that. Obliterate city. I don't realize it was, I forgot about the nights. Oh, that's right. We could have set it to day and night cycle. That's fine. City will recover just fine. But yeah. It's, yeah. Yeah, that's what people were putting links in here in Discord earlier about that being, there's several, like, mods and tools that will let you do autosaving. Again, it's something you're so used to with these days, and I know that it's a frequent thing people remind me to save, and then I forget. So, yeah, SimCity 4 is fantastic. I think if you give it enough time, it's a game that you could play forever, basically. There's always something more to build, something else to see, and you can build some really nifty cities. It would have continued with our first town, posterior town, if the autosave hadn't screwed us over there. Anyway, but still a fun game. I'll probably stream it next week again on the regular time, which is again Thursdays at 8:45 p.m. Central. But look for an announcement for that. So, thanks everyone for sticking around. Thanks everyone for joining who are newcomers here. Hope you stick around as well for There Goes Our Robot, or future streams. Otherwise, you can see me when I make videos as well. But thanks everyone for hanging out, and hopefully have a good weekend. And wreck your cities. That's all right. No problem. I'll see you when I see you. Good night, everyone. The city is still burning and pieces are falling down. Night.